Hi, this very exciting question because artificial intelligence is something which we do using our brains. For example, using or playing games like chess. So when two players are playing, definitely they use their brains and intelligence to play. Same thing not only for games, today machines using artificial intelligence can do for day-to-day jobs, whether it is summarizing text, whether it is writing poetry, whether it is writing legal documents, making business plans, or even simple things like creating poetry or writing memes or even a love letter to your lovely person. So in next 3 to 5 years, that capability of computers is only going to increase. So in coming days, we can easily see computers doing detailed research, whether it is science area or business area, and creating strategic plans which we can support the business. So tomorrow what's going to happen is every person on earth is going to get an intelligent assistant who can help them to do their task. In olden days, we used to have cashiers in bank. You used to count notes and take track of how much money has been deposited or withdrawn. Today it is taken care by ATMs and note counting machines. Similarly, tomorrow AI will help us to do more complex tasks. So today, for example, civil engineers are constructing bridges or buildings. Tomorrow, they'll be able to set up our habitat on Mars, right? So that requires a lot of complex tasks, which same civil engineers will be able to perform. A lot of people have concerns that with AI progressing, they are doing a lot of coding tasks. What will happen to current coders, right? But that's not a concern at all, because whenever we get such assistance, we are always able to improve ourselves to do more complex tasks. So what's going to happen is people who can use AI will be able to perform those tasks. So the only thing which we need to change is to learn how to use AI effectively. The jobs will keep on coming and improving. Though a lot of people have concerns that because of AI, jobs will vanish or AI take over jobs, that is totally unfounded. AI will definitely be able to do tasks which today our current people are doing. But we have to take AI as assistant to take on bigger challenges. So with that, the same people, same jobs, we should be able to perform much better. And not only that, the economy will grow so much so that newer and newer opportunity will open up, which will need knowledge of AI, so that people who can use AI will be able to take on those interesting jobs and drive the economy further. ChatGPT is just an interface to what we call as AI-based models, LLMs. So typically in ChatGPT, we give questions or some kind of task to be done. We call it prompt engineering, and chatbot like ChatGPT will respond to that, right? So it's like an interaction. But if you take AI systems, then they are much bigger, right? So for example, today you have a Word document, right? So there could be assistant who will take that document and help us to edit that, right? So it's not like interaction, but also working together. Like I am working and somebody else is also working on the same document parallelly. One of the important limitations of not only ChatGPT, but overall AI-based systems is that they are just pattern matching engines, large engines, right? So they have huge knowledge because they have been trained on whole data on the internet. But when it comes to very specific creative tasks which require intelligence or creativity, today they are not able to. Even simple tasks such as, for example, we ask them to create images, right? There'll be a lot of mistakes in those images. People try to do fake images, but sometimes there'll be issues with shadows, there'll be issues with proportions, right? So those kind of things still it is not perfected. So sometimes it hallucinates in the sense that it kind of creates some information which is not correct. So that's why we have to be very careful in using the output. We have to go and cross-verify whether it's really correct or not. So hopefully these kind of limitations will go away in the future, but today those are the limitations. So we have two types of assignments and exams. One type of assignments where we are testing the skills of the students, right? So if they are supposed to write an essay, that's the skill students have to develop. In that case, definitely they cannot use ChatGPT to take shortcuts. They have to do the hard work, they have to think and write the essays themselves. So those kind of assignments or exams will be in the proctored environment where they cannot have access to ChatGPT. On the other side, we want students to improve their productivity, quality of their work using ChatGPT. For those kind of assignments and tasks, we'll actively encourage them that use ChatGPT, use AI Assistant and create that output. For such tasks, we ask them to submit the complete log of giving the prompt to ChatGPT, getting the output, evaluating that output whether it's correct or not, and based on that, take appropriate action. Okay? So that second type of assignments or exams should be much more complex, right? The first type of things are same as what they are doing today. So in nutshell, yes, they should be allowed to use their skills of using ChatGPT. At the same time, they should not take shortcuts, for which it's very important to have exams and assignments which are done in a conventional way. Students have to focus on developing their own personal skills. They cannot rely on somebody else to do work for them. So for that purpose, skills like problem solving, creativity, working in teams, these are extremely important. So not only students should kind of look into what is the content, concepts, understanding, that today AI is available. But if they can solve problems, right, working in teams, have best kind of communication or improve their innovation and creativity skills, that is going to make a difference for them in future. So students should definitely focus on these kind of what we call 21st century skills going forward. Thank you.